Okay, it looks like you can just jump. What's up, agents? Zero here, and welcome back to another Minecraft Pocket Edition video. And today we're going to be discussing yet another brand new 1.1 feature. Now, we actually ended up getting two brand new enchantments into the game. We've got Mending, which we can only get one of, and then we have Frost Walker, which goes up to level 2. Now, I am going to explain to you guys what each of these enchantments do in just a moment, but the first thing that I need to do is explain something about these enchantments. You cannot get these from an enchanting table. You actually have to get them as loot, either from dungeons or you can get them from fishing, as far as I'm aware. And if I'm not mistaken, you can also get them from certain villagers who trade enchanted books. Don't hold me on that. I'm not entirely sure. I know on PC you can get mending books from villagers, but PC and Pocket Edition are quite different. So let's go ahead and get started with the actual enchantments itself. So right here I've got myself an iron sword with mending on it. As you can see, it's not looking very good, is it? So let me go ahead and switch into survival. So take a look at the durability on this iron sword. It's not looking too good, is it? Well, here's the way mending works. So the way it works is that whenever you receive XP while holding said item, the XP will go into that item and repair it instead of you gaining experience on your experience bar. So if I go ahead and kill these skeletons, if you just go ahead and watch the durability on my sword as I'm killing these skeletons, just watch. It is actually going up. The experience that I'm getting from these skeletons is causing the durability on my sword to go up, which makes a really useful enchantment. However, it does mean that you need a decent mob spawner or mob farm or something along the lines in order to make use of this feature. And depending on what you're trying to repair, it can either be relatively easy to make repairs, or it may be rather difficult. And as you can see, the durability has gone up quite a bit at this point. Let me just go ahead and fully repair this thing just to give you guys a good idea of what's going on. I mean, you guys probably already see what's going on. Now, this makes things a little bit easier because ordinarily, from what I understand, you have to have multiple of the same item and an anvil and experience. Combine them in an anvil, and then you'll be able to repair it, but that does get very expensive, and with mending, that makes a whole heck of a lot easier. Now, there is one downside to this. You have to make sure that whatever it is you want to repair with mending, it needs to be in your main hand. We did, in fact, get the brand new offhand slot. However, all you can do with this right now is hold the totem of undying and arrows, which let me go ahead and put these arrows in here, because why not? So you can do this. As you can see there in my left hand. Now, something that I would like to see in the future is you being able to hold your weapon in your offhand and use that to be able to repair, because that would make things a whole heck of a lot easier in my opinion. So that's mending for you. So let me go ahead and put this stuff away. Now we have two other enchantments that I do want to talk about. That's Frost Walker, and they're, like I said, they're at level 1 and at level 2. Now, they both do the exact same thing, but how powerful they are depends on which level you're at. So let me go ahead and do walk on the water. As you can see, as I'm walking, is creating a path of ice. And if you look behind me, the ice itself is breaking. If I go ahead and stop walking and look down, the ice is in fact starting to crack. That's what Frost Walker does, is that it creates a path for you as you're walking, and then eventually the ice does in fact break and turn back into normal water. Now if you do in fact stand on the ice long enough and wait, it will eventually break and you will fall down into the water. The thing is, you have to actually walk on the water in order for it to take effect. Now that's just Frost Walker 1. And I honestly can't quite tell how big of a raise this is. I think it's like 2 blocks, 3 blocks, something along those lines. I'm not entirely sure. But that's Frost Walker 1, and I'm not even sure if it uses up durability in order to use Frost Walker. I'm not entirely sure on that. So let's go ahead and use Frost Walker 2 this time. It actually has a little bit of a larger radius, not too much, but the ice does still break at relatively the same speed. I mean, as you can tell, it is obviously breaking behind me. Now, there is one disadvantage to Frost Walker. So, say you are on fire and you want to put yourself out. If you have Frost Walker on your boots, then that means obviously you can't actually just go ahead and jump into the water, which I do know that's how it works on PC. You can't just simply jump into the water. Let me go ahead and test this. Do you have to actually walk, or can you just jump? Okay, it looks like you can just jump. Although it looks like when you get back on top of it, it does reform back on you. So you do have to be careful of that when you're on fire. You have to actually jump, although you have to be a little bit of a distance away from it in order for it to work. So that is the one downside to having Frost Walker. Now, I am not entirely sure if this works with lava. I don't think you can use Frost Walker to turn lava into obsidian, although I haven't actually tested this yet. So I'm going to test this to see if Frost Walker in fact does turn this into obsidian. It does not. Okay. I was not aware of that. Now we know. Now we at least know. So Frost Walker only works on water. It does not work on lava. Although that would be kind of useful, but at the same time, that would make it very OP, which makes sense why they did it the way they did. And that's basically all there is to these two enchantments. I honestly feel like these are going to change the way the game works just a little bit, because I know there are going to be people playing the survival world. They're going to have badly damaged tools, and they're not going to be able to repair them, because eventually if you use an anvil enough times, it will get too expensive to repair. But with mending, that does fix that problem. And then Frost Walker, it does make it a little bit easier to get across waters. I know for a fact if I eventually get Frost Walker in my survival world, it's going to help me out a lot, because I haven't really done too much exploring. I would like to be able to do so, and Frost Walker would definitely help me out there. But you know what? I think that's probably a good place to go ahead and end off the video. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. One more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPU0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Studios. Thank you guys for watching. And with that, I will see you guys later.